Before I start this tour, I just wanted to mention that this home, this 900 square foot home, this was not my dream home when Dallas and I first got married. It was just a temporary place that we were gonna be, and I really had a hard time really investing my time or thought into it at first because it wasn't where I planned to stay. But over time, I think like God really worked on me as far as just realizing to make the most of the opportunity of where you are now instead of always trying to live in the future. And I started to just really take it and run with it and try to make it our own, try to turn it into a home. And I would say a lot of the things that I've done with our home is really more about elimination of the things that don't fit, more so than going out and buying a bunch of things. And it's been very slowly over time that I have just kind of made it what I wanted it to be. It's not like a quick process. This video is going to be a quick tour of our home, but if you're kind of interested and curious more about some of the nuts and bolts of the things that kind of help our family run smoother, some of the systems behind the scenes of what I found that I really like, then stay tuned because I will be doing 4 more videos that go into each room in detail and show kind of the nuts and bolts behind our family of just the systems that I love that make things run smoother. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy this video. So first off, you see our kitchen. One of the things I love about how we designed it is just that it's very open. And I think having a small house, having your kitchen and living room that is just very open makes all the difference in the world as far as opening it up and feeling like it's much bigger. When we were creating this, I was very, very intentional about how I wanted to do my workflow in the kitchen. And so we have our dishwasher and all of our dishes here. We have our sink. This is kind of the prepping area. Then we move on to the stove. And then this is kind of more like the serving area and everything. We've just recently put on the shelves up here, which I just love. I've been wanting these for a long time. And it just feels like it kind of finishes off the space. One of the things I love is that because we are in more of a basement suite, we have these windows here that are frosted. And these are the original windows. This place is almost not quite 100 years old, but what I love about this is that it gives us privacy and it lets in all the light. And so we don't have any curtains because we have total privacy, and out here is actually a parking lot. And so I really don't want to see and be looking into a parking lot. So I think it helps it to feel brighter and just not as much like we're in a basement because we don't see outside into the parking lot. We also have like 9.5 foot ceilings. And so that makes a big difference too, just because it helps adding that height makes a huge difference in terms of having that smaller space. I love the fact like we put our freezer right here. I love having the freezer in the kitchen just because I'm using it for like every meal. And so it's so easy. Plus it also works as extra counter space because we do have such a small kitchen. I kind of wish we had space to do an island, but it's just a little bit tight in here. So it is what it is. We have our table here. Lots of room as far as being able to expand it. We've moved this around different points to try out different things, but right now this is kind of the spot that we like. And then what I love is that we walk right from our kitchen into our living room. This is really great just because we've had birthday parties here where we have done like 3 tables. We've been able to kind of move the furniture aside, do 3 tables through here, and we've had over 20 people in this space for a birthday party. And then after the party, we just close down all the tables, move them out, and then people could sit in the more comfortable furniture with that. And so you really don't need a lot of space to be able to hold bigger parties. The trick is really just having that open space, right? So then moving into the living room, we have arranged this so many times. Both Dallas and I really like to try new things, arrange things. So often when we're kind of hitting a new season in life or we're just feeling we need to switch it up, we will rearrange our living room especially. So this has been in so many different configurations. Like it's amazing because it's small, but we've been able to do it in a lot of different configurations to really give us variety when we get kind of tired. And it just kind of helps to feel like freshening things up. So we kind of have maintained a color palette of a lot of the greens, creams, warms. That's really what I love living in. It gives a nice little kind of place where you can visit and chat, but also then you have the flow for the hallway. That's one of the biggest things as far as living rooms is trying to figure out how to, where to put kind of your hallway for people walking through, not feeling like it's interrupting conversation all the time. What I love about this is that we have our coffee table right now is an old trunk. And this also serves as storage. It gets stuff out of the way, but we're able to put a lot in here. That little bit extra storage is great. And then we move on to our hutch, which again is other storage. We ended up dividing it up. The top of the hutch we put up so that we could do our plates and cups and stuff by the sink. And then the bottom of the hutch was in here so that we could do all of our extra living room storage. And right now it also serves as our change mat for our baby. It's just nice to have stuff in the living room. This is where we're hanging out, and so it's just quick and easy to change a diaper when we need to. We like just putting all the furniture away from the walls. It has a really cozy feel and just helps to create that kind of room. So then you have this other space over here that becomes the workroom. Dallas really likes to be a part of kind of what's happening in our family. And so for him, he wouldn't really want a separate office anyways. He likes to kind of, be a part of the heart of what's happening. So this is a desk that he made a couple years after we're married, I think it was. And so his workstation is right here. And then this can be a standing desk if he wants to move his computer up, then he can do a standing desk here. And there's also a second desk. For a while we had kind of two computers, and it was my station, his station, but we kind of moved on to a laptop just as more transportable, being able to be outside, all that kind of stuff. So this is all like our main area, kitchen, living room that you see. This is the main area we hang out in. But our kids' bedroom is in here. And then next to it we have our bedroom, which is over here. And then we have our main entryway. And then we have our studio space that is right in here through the store. So this is the kids' bedroom. We had to renovate this later after we've been in here for a number of years. And I'm super happy with how it came about. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We have their dresser over here, stuffies. We've got their closet over here. And their bunk beds are over there. But they love this space. It's worked out really, really well. This is the master bedroom. There's still definitely transformation and renos that I would like to do in here, but for the most part, we've made it pretty cute for the space so far. So we have here is just Caden's bed. We got a nightstand here, our master bed, and a little rocker. And then we have our bookshelf in here. I'm not sure what to do. Bookshelves are always one of those tricky things, like just as far as trying to figure out what to do. I find like we love books, but just trying to figure out where to put them is tricky. So right now they're here. Most of the time they're kind of hidden behind the door. And then in here we have our closet. A little bit of a walk-in closet there. And then this is our bathroom. So, and I've done a video about that on $100 makeover for your bathroom. So if you want to see our bathroom, go check that video out. Now, I will say it's a little bit different for us just because we live in a 900 square foot house. But within that, we're also in a multi-generational suite. So even though we live in a 900 square foot house, our situation is a little bit different just because we have G&Pa in another suite upstairs and my parents in another suite on the north side of the house. So we actually live in quite a large house, but our portion of it is 900 square feet. So that was our 900 square foot tour. Thanks for watching us and joining on this journey. If you're interested in seeing a little bit more detail into each room, kind of the why and what of how we've organized things, how we've tried to be intentional with things, I'm going to be having kind of a detailed video coming out each week for the next stretch. So watch for those and we will see you in the next video.
Hit the like.